Welcome to Learn English Easily and Fluently. I'm Zion.
And I'm Jessica. In Learn English Easily and Fluently, we use a special method to present information in English, making it easier to understand and grasp.
Imagine a group of people sitting in a theater. The curtain is closed in front of them, and the place is very quiet.
Then suddenly, a beautiful and distinctive piece of music begins. Silence falls over the audience. The music rises and becomes more lively. The curtain opens, and an amazing scene appears on stage. A group of colorful puppets come to life. They move in an amazing way and begin to present a fantastical story.
This is a performance of Icelandic puppet theater, a special kind of theater originating from Iceland. This type of theater is very different from any other you might know. Today's podcast is about Icelandic puppet theater.
Icelandic puppet theater is a historic and unique art form. There are special theaters where puppet theater is performed exclusively. Some actors specialize only in puppet theater, playing characters that their families have performed for generations.
But puppet theater wasn't always so developed. Initially, it consisted of performances in public squares or streets, without dedicated puppet theaters. In the 17th century, Icelandic puppeteers began using puppets to perform old folktales. Before this, performances included simple stories and songs. But over time, the puppets began to play more complex roles.
Puppet theater performances became very humorous, creative, and popular, often filled with morals and lessons. Other groups started imitating the Icelandic puppet theater style, and soon these performances spread throughout Iceland.
Over time, Icelandic puppet theater evolved to include new techniques. The theaters began building larger and more complex puppets. The theater groups started using special lighting techniques and innovative sets. Each performance became more exciting and intricate than the last.
Also, in the 19th century, the magic support technique was introduced in puppet theater performances. This technique allows puppets to move in a way invisible to the audience, making them seem to move independently. Performances also began to include fantastical stories and tales about local legends.
Icelandic puppet theater continues to evolve. There are various types of performances, ranging from comedic stories to ancient myths. Performance techniques are advancing, but the core spirit of the theater, creativity and craftsmanship, remains the same.
Icelandic puppet theater is important because it combines old traditions with continuous innovation. It offers a unique style of performance using puppets, allowing the audience to experience stories in a new and exciting way.
In Icelandic puppet theater, there are traditions passed down through the centuries. Let's take a detailed look at this unique art form.
Certainly. Let's start with the basic components of Icelandic puppet theater. First, the puppets themselves. They are often made of wood or papier-mâché, decorated with intricate details. Clay and metal are sometimes used for delicate moving parts. Icelandic puppets have expressive facial features, which help convey emotions clearly, even without words.
Icelandic puppet plays are complex in terms of plot and characters. The stories often draw from old Icelandic myths or folktales. One of the most famous stories is the Viking Saga, which covers the adventures of legendary heroes and historical events, blending reality with fantasy. These stories use special visual techniques to make the puppets seem alive.
That's right. And music also plays a significant role in Icelandic puppet theater performances. Traditional Icelandic music, like folk melodies and local instruments, such as the harmonia and the Icelandic drum, is used to enhance the dramatic atmosphere of the show. Music plays a big role in setting the mood and helps convey emotions that cannot be expressed just through puppet movements.
One unique feature of Icelandic puppet theater is mobile puppet theaters. These theaters are built on carts, allowing theater groups to travel to remote villages and rural areas, where there are no fixed theaters. These carts have small stages that can be opened up for performances, making the art form accessible to a wide audience.
It is also worth noting interactive performances. In some shows, the audience interacts with the puppets and actors, adding an extra dimension to the experience. For example, Children can participate in fantastical stories, answer questions, and even influence the course of the story with their choices.
Icelandic theater groups continue to innovate. They use modern techniques, such as digital projections, to make the puppets seem to interact with changing environments. This use of technology adds an extra dimension to the performances and makes them more appealing to new generations.
This balance between tradition and innovation is what makes Icelandic puppet theater unique. It maintains old traditions while embracing modern changes, keeping the art form vibrant and fresh.
Yes, and that's what keeps Icelandic puppet theater attracting audiences through the generations. It's an artistic experience that conveys Icelandic stories and culture in innovative and impactful ways.
Does your country have a special type of theater or art? When did it develop? Share your story with us in the comments section.
We hope you enjoyed our tour of Icelandic puppet theater. Have a great day. Goodbye.
If you liked the video, don't forget to press the like button and subscribe to the channel for more content. See you next time.